Welcome to another video. This is a TVZ I played. This is actually going to be a sequence of games from yesterday, September 26th. And this was, I'd say someone who maybe doesn't know what they're doing or maybe just had a rough day. It happens, but like, this guy was certainly questionable in terms of what was going on. And game one was all I needed to know about that. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm losing because I'm drunk, is his excuse. This might actually be game 2 by accident. I'll show the other game as well. But it was kind of funny. So this is game 2. This, by the way, we're typing, this is game 2. I'll show you game 1 and what he says to me. And I don't condone this behavior, but it does happen on ladder a lot. North America is known for being very either toxic or weird. Yeah, that happened. He is a bit curious with his movements, but I don't know if he was trying to pull drones on me there or he just panicked, but that happened. He inadvertently takes a lot of damage to this. I don't exactly know why he takes as much as he did, but oh well. Like, obviously no workers, but like, he definitely took a lot more to handle that than he probably should have. I think a few queens have died by now, so a little strange to see. I don't know why he turned back and then came towards me again. That was a bit of a mistake. Because he let me kill all that, basically for free. Him pulling away at the last second there was not good for him. He needed to either go for that or run for it. The mines get really nice shots, but not all the banelings are dead, so not quite able to fight that. And he dislikes run-bys, so this happens. I just tried to focus the Banes before it hit the SCVs to make sure it didn't do a lot of damage. So that could have been a lot worse. Only 4 worker kills is not too bad. And unfortunately, I do lose this match. So these were the other 2 games. So this was kind of a weird best of 3 that happened. So that was the final game, actually. I didn't realize that was the final game. But this is game 1 of us playing against each other in that night. And he does not like what just happened with the Reaper. And he inadvertently lets me kill a lot of queens. He's not really defending this properly, because you should have more than a few queens. Unless you have 7, or something that high. He does clean this up, but not after 20 drones have died. He does try to counterattack and get damage done, but obviously the Hellion Banshee being there doesn't help. Inadvertently brings the SCVs into the fight. Whoops. I don't know why all the overlords are here. I need to send a few Marines out to kill them all. And again, we're still killing queens because he's not building Zerglings to defend his front line, so this is still happening. I do build more Hellions and Banshees this game only because he isn't really respecting it. but this is actually a little much for a normal game. Because generally, by now, roaches or mutalisks would have happened. But he doesn't seem to be respecting the Hellion count, so I've been using it against him. Again, I need to send the Marines to kill this. And without Baneling speed, you can kite this. So you can stay here. You do have to be careful, obviously, coming onto creep, because, well, you know, lings. Like here. But the thing is, because that side was broken, because of the timer, this is fine, but you do have to be careful doing this. Obviously, coming onto creep means they're faster. The Banshees are not in this fight, so it doesn't help. But the Hellions are just trying to kill the Banelings before they get to my base. But unfortunately, I don't quite keep that there. But at least now it's only Banelings, so the Marines can just focus it without having to also focus the Lings. So it did help. But obviously not great that he broke the wall, but it's just a wall. No SCVs were lost, I don't think, in that fight. Way oversaturated on my third base. The Banshee control there was a bit questionable. Going into the Spore like that. I don't know why I just move commanded into the Banelings. That was not the greatest thing in my life. But he decides not to GG the first game because he doesn't. And game 2 is actually even shorter because something happens. And this is game 2. I don't know why, if he doesn't GG, I don't know why he GLs, but whatever. My GLHF is actually in the countdown, so it doesn't show on replays, but I do actually GLHF this guy. I do remember that on stream. I decided to play my 2-1-1 build only because I've already shown the 3cc build. Again, this is a bit of a mind game, a bit mean, but it's ladder. It happens. When you're at higher levels, you play the same player multiple times. I don't want to be too predictable. He got a little smarter there with the drone movement. I'm just using the Reaper to scout for either early Roach Warrens or a sign of other tech. But we're also, again, seeing no Lings, so he, again, is probably playing fairly greedily. Which means this build will be even more fatal, because 2-on-1 is fairly deadly. Stim Marines are very strong, so if he actually is playing super greedily in the way he was last time, he is super dead. So we don't know that at the time, but again, we've seen no Lings, we've seen no sign of tech. We just checked the natural, there's no extra gas. And off of one gas, you can't do anything. So, who knows what this guy's thinking. And I'm keep checking the 12 o'clock base just to make sure he doesn't take an early 4th. We see one gas being built, but it's not being mined, so it's late in terms of any tech to deal with this build. And there's been no Overlord scout. We see 2 buildings in the main and the lair, so those were 2 evos to my knowledge, from the timing. And now we're just going to do our double drop. So to my knowledge, all he has is 2 evos and a pool. He has no tech. And we've seen like 3 queens. I still decide to drop out of vision just to make sure the full effect of knowing what's in the medevacs is there. Because if you just see 2 medevacs, you're not scared of that. But you be scared of this. And of course, he has nothing. Because, as suspected, he's greedy with his build. You notice I ignore the 3rd base. I actually just go for the main. I don't want to kill the 3rd. I want to kill him then and there, knowing he has nothing potentially. Or at least do a lot of damage. Already 3 or 4 queens have died. And this is bad for him, because it's indirect damage, because there's no injects, there's no creep tumors. And now all the drones dying from the natural means this is death. And that was actually the best of 3. So the first 2 games were handedly won, and the 3rd game was lost. But that was still one of the oddest series I've ever played. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will be back in the next video. Please like and subscribe.